My mother, her name was Cecilia Butler. She passed away 20 some years ago, and she always encouraged me to dance from the time I was a child. And my father is a visual artist. His name is Leroy Butler. School was first here in Philadelphia, Germantown High School, but then I met John Hines, who was one of Mr. Arthur Hall's teachers, and he told me about Katherine Dunham, and I was encouraged to go to school after that and learn about, dance, and I became a dance major at Point Park College in Pittsburgh, PA, where I graduated. From there, I came back to Philadelphia. I danced briefly with Arthur Hall. I would continue to perform with Arthur and Philadanco. And then from there, I went to New York, and I was a scholarship student at the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. I mainly trained, but after I left New York, I moved to St. Louis, and there I studied at the Performing Arts Training Center in East St. Louis, Illinois, with the Masters of Dance, and most of them are gone, but I always will remember Archie Savage, Lavinia Williams. I studied from her when I was in New York mainly, but I put it all together when I went to St. Louis. And Miss Dunham occasionally, she would come in for master classes, and Norman Davis, who most of my teachers are gone now, but I always will remember the days. When I was a high school student, I began dancing, and I really got interested in it. And the Model Cities program offered classes that were very inexpensive. Oh, no, they were free at the time. So I began coming down. I studied all kinds of dance, tap and ballet and jazz and the ethnic, what they call ethnic or primitive dance. And that's where I first really, got into it. And then with Arthur, I eventually joined the junior company, and I got a lot of performing experience. And so that was when I first met Arthur. And Karen Warrington, she was one of my favorite best teachers. And for a while I worked at the museum, the Arthur Hall Museum, through Karen, and where I performed Fanga. That was taught to me by Nana Karantama, and that was a dance that I did solo for years. So I have fond memories. And then to see Judith Jamison do it, I was very inspired, because I would go see the Alvin Ailey Company at the Academy of Music, and I'd be way up and she would just be projecting, and all that always stuck with me, because I felt her dancing all the way, where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's wonderful.